Very funny, Angie McMahon.
Hey guys, I'm Angie. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm married. I've been married for 19 years. Thank you, one person. Fun fact, I'm extremely anemic. That means I bruise really easily. That's what my husband wants me to say. My husband hates that joke. He's like, people are gonna think I beat you. I said, no, they're not. Look at you, come on. I have a gay daughter. Thank you, one person. She's poly, bi, gender fluid. Her pronouns are she, they. And I was like, can mommy just call you gay? Is that okay? I think it's more important that I know the whole title so I can answer it correctly if I get pressed on it. Like if I say to someone, I have a gay kid, and they go, oh, what kind? My other daughter is 6 years younger, and she came out as Christian. Now, my husband is atheist, and I'm agnostic, so we've not raised the kids in any kind of religion. But my husband's incredibly supportive of our gay daughter. He's like, anything you want, anything you need, we love you so much. But of our Christian daughter, he's like, everything you're feeling is a lie. They're telling you lies, it's all lies. When my 11-year-old was 8, she was dead set against swearing. She would hide swear words inside of other words. Like she'd say, Jessica's being a real obituary today, Mom. And we'd also play this like, guess the swear word game. So she came home from school, she said to me, someone at school said the S word. And I said, poop? And she said, no, the other S word. So I said, a disparaging thing to say about Hispanics? And she said, what's that word? And I said, okay. Why don't we say the word one time and then we'll always know that that's the other S word. And she said, slut. So I got down on a level and I looked her in the eyes and I said, babe, sex work is work. Thank you, 10 people. We're working our way up. My oldest daughter, she was a very stubborn child. When she was 5, she wanted to call her vagina her front butt. And her pediatrician was incensed with me. How can you not teach her the proper names of her body parts? And I said, look, lady, she's got her whole life to find out it's called a vagina. She's not gonna be 27 like fuck me in the front butt. So my 11-year-old, she's very funny though. She likes to tell jokes. She was at the TSA counter with my husband, and the TSA person said, what's your name? How old are you? Do you know who this is? And my daughter looked at my husband, she looked back to the TSA agent and said, no idea. Now I'm standing a line over and I go, it's not funny time, now it's not funny time! She also said, I know you love me more than cis, because I was planned. And it's true. She said, Mom, you tell abortion jokes. And I said, that's right, I'm an adult and that's part of my job. And she said, fine, because I'm a kid, can I tell pedophile jokes? And I said, tell me the joke, let's see how funny it is. I'm going through perimenopause. That means it's my body's last death rattle to try to give it a baby. It's like, you give me a baby. Like, I don't want to have another baby. You give me a baby or I'm gonna make you wake up every day drenched in sweat. Your body will be wet, but your pussy will be dry. Give me a baby. I don't want to have another baby. You give give me a baby, or I'm gonna make you bleed so much, you better wear a tampon, a pad, black pants, and be sitting on vinyl. Gonna be a red wedding in this bitch tonight! Give me a baby! You give me a baby. I'm gonna make you so horny you're gonna hump walls. Now you go and you fuck this guy, and you fuck this guy, and you fuck this guy right now. You give me a baby. I don't want to have another baby. I don't want to fuck those guys. Maybe him. Okay, I don't want to have another baby. How old are you? 52. That's what I'm talking about. I got daddy issues. I actually get nauseated by the idea of masturbating to someone under the age of 40. So you know what I'm gonna be doing tonight. So, I'm gonna be giving birth to a stone from my body apparently sometime soon. Yeah. I'm gonna hold off on the gender reveal party until I know what it wants to identify as. I assume it's male because it's giving me a pain in my back, my pussy, and my crack. I saw this sign at a Trump rally. This is a real sign. If you don't believe me, you can check my Instagram. I posted it. It was these two cartoon, Dutch kids, I guess. They had blonde hair, blue eyes. They're smiling. The little boys got overalls. The little girls got braids. And the sign says, "I've never had ice cream because I was aborted." I'm not sure what this sign's trying to achieve. 15-year-old Sally, she just wants a boyfriend, but she doesn't want to put a penis in her mouth because yuck. Let me get one thing clear. No 15-year-old guy or girl wants dick in their mouth. It's an acquired taste. Like beer. Someone gives you a beer, they're like, try this, try it again. After a while, you're like, this is fine. 15-year-old Chad's like, my pull-out game's amazing, babe. Feel my socks, they're bone dry. So he gets on top of her and he's stabbing at her like he's in a Tarantino film, like he wants to make an Inglourious Bastard. And she's sitting there thinking, this doesn't even feel good, but at least I get to go to homecoming. And she gets pregnant. And her choices are she can have an abortion or she can have the baby so that someday they can try ice cream. All right. So, I mix up sayings sometimes. My husband and I sometimes I make stuff up. So I said to him the other day, "Get down, butter clown." And he goes, "What the fuck does that mean?" And I said, it's similar to "I pity the fool," which for those of you who don't know, is a phrase that was uttered on an 80s television show called The A-Team. And it's Mr. T, who just happens to have a T-shaped mohawk on his head, and he wears feathers in his ears, and 7,000 gold chains, which makes his bedtime ritual, I assume, long. And he's hanging out with this old white guy street gang. And on every episode he says, "I pity the fool who messes with me." By the way, that was an excellent Mr. T impression. Thank you, 25 people, we're getting there. So to me, get down, butter clown, is just I pity the fool. Means the same thing. You might be like, why are you picking on Mr. T? I'm not, I fucking love Mr. T. I'd suck his dick if he was here. The thing I love about that is that he actually lives in Chicago. So someday I hope he comes from the back of the theater did somebody say my name? So my in-laws came to stay with us for 3 weeks. Too long, right? I got so frazzled that I actually thought this about my 13-year-old niece who didn't close the basement door. You fucking whore. My mother-in-law passed away before the pandemic. It's fine, I didn't like her. And this is the actual eulogy, I swear to God, hand to God, that my brother-in-law gave his mother. My mother loves music. Footloose, footloose, everybody cut footloose. My mother was footloose and fancy-free. Hey now, you're an all-star. Put your game on, go play. My mother was an all-star. Party rockin' in the house tonight. Everyone's gonna feel all right. He did this with several song lyrics. And I turned to my husband and I said, how soon can we talk about this? He said, in the car. So when I was starting out on the internet, going on the internet, I had to dial up to get on the internet. And they had these chat rooms, right? We have chat rooms now, but it was a little different. And I put my entire name out there. And several people said, you can't put your entire name on the internet. That's how you get murdered. As if it becomes a Rumpelstiltskin situation, like if you can guess my entire name, you can murder me. Did you ever download a dick pic from AOL? It takes 20 minutes. It's like, digga, 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 digga. What is that? Digga, 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 digga. Is that a plant? Digga, digga, digga. Oh, God damn it. And you can't close it till it's completely downloaded. And you're paying to be on the internet by the minute, and you only have 1,000 hours. You ever take a shit so big your next thought is, I should weigh myself. My husband and I were talking about what we're gonna do after we pass. And I want to be cremated. And I want my funeral in a bowling alley. And I want to be made into a bowling ball. And I want everyone to take a turn with me. And as they're rolling me down the lane, I want them to say what they would have written on my Facebook wall. Or, I want my ashes spread all along a strip club stage, and I want the strippers to just roll with me and be like, she was a good lady. I'll leave you folks on this one. My baby sister, Tony, was born 4 months premature. And she was born with half a heart and 1 lung. And she had to live in an incubator for the first year of her life. And they said she wouldn't live past the age of 5. But she's 37 now, and she's a mom, and she's a lawyer. So every year on her birthday, I call her up and I say, you're supposed to be dead. Guys, I'm Angie McMahon. Give it up for your host, with the most orally KG.
Ew, blowjobs, gross. Actually, speaking of blowjobs, I'm seeing a couple of men in the audience here tonight. Did you think maybe if you come tonight? Ooh, she's feeling feisty. We have this adorable